Hello and welcome back to Paragon. I've got something very interesting to talk about today that's going to affect the state of Paragon in a super sneaky way, but the impact will be huge. Epic has announced a new stealth patch that should be out right now. For us PC players, it's all done server-side, so we won't actually have to update or download anything. So it's actually really easy for you to completely miss this change. Though the PS4 players will apparently have to download something, because they got some sort of stability update as well. Anyway, it's a super small patch, so small in fact, that you might not have even noticed it, and even if you did check it, you might not care about it. But let me tell you, this change is big. Very big. The guys behind Paragon are constantly trying to make the match times end after roughly 30 minutes on average. For a long time, we've been faced with 40 to 50 minute games on the regular, and the majority of players aren't able to dedicate that much time for just one match. Plus, let me tell you, that shit gets tense and stressful. Those long drawn out games can be really rewarding, you know, or hell, it can even be extremely disappointing. And to have one every now and then, that can be thrilling. It's fun, but when it's every fucking match, it's not as fun, which is why we're seeing Epic try to change and update the game to address that. Now, with that said, Epic has explained in this tiny patch that they have adjusted minion damage against other minions, and against towers too. The goal with these changes are to make it more possible to push lanes and build up the minion waves. Now, based on that, I was expecting the change, minions do more damage to towers, which would shock me to think that minions already in the current state hate towers like my pet rabbit Smudge hates the vets. That's a lot, poor guy. Here's the real change. Decreased minion damage versus other minions. Decreased minion damage versus towers. Wait, what? You're telling me to help make matches shorter, to make minions push the lanes more, the minions are now weaker. But the next line solves it all. Substantial increase to siege minion damage versus towers. So what this means is that the minions are back to their weedy state. They might focus the tower first over everything with a new AI, but they're gonna kill it a lot slower than before. And each other too. I guess Epic took away their guns and gave them pillows to fight with instead. Meanwhile, Dave, Epic's favorite son, gets a fucking machine gun. Go get him, Dave.
I'm gonna fuck shit up.
That's the spirit, Dave. You fucked that shit up. The siege minion is the big, beefy minion that spawns every few waves. They don't actually spawn until a little bit into the game, and eventually begin spawning more and more as the game progresses. Now, to kill a tower effectively, you're gonna need Dave here to help you out. He's actually got a lot of responsibility now. If you didn't pay attention to this change, and you're fighting someone who did, you're gonna be ruined and at a disadvantage. So don't be the clueless guy. Listen to this. If you protect your big siege minion and make sure he's able to hit that tower, you're going to do much better overall. Physically block for him as you push, so the enemy can't actually hit him. Let him do his job, which is tower killing, and stand in the way of damage that would hit him normally. On the flip side, the best way to defend a tower used to be kill the minion wave so your tower is way harder to kill and starts attacking those under its range. And now, with this change, you just want to kill the siege minion as fast as possible. All other minions don't matter. Once this guy's out of the way, the normal minions aren't that threatening, and you'll stop a push pretty well. He's definitely your prime target to kill to defend your tower. Then, most importantly, slow pushing is back, baby. Slow pushing was a technique used for a while during the online tests and also early into the early access alpha, but eventually the minions were made not as strong or as tough, and the strategy wasn't used and wasn't as relevant. But today, it's possible once more. Now, the concept of slow pushing is simple. Harm the enemy minion wave, but don't kill it, just hurt it a little bit. And that will cause your minion wave to succeed in their little fight. But it will take them a moment to actually do it. With the weaker damage from minion to minion, it's going to take longer to actually kill each other. But eventually, your minions will win, because they have more health thanks to what you did. And this is perfect for you, because your minions are going to win, and your next minion wave is going to catch up to that battle. Then it's going to help the previous wave kill the remaining enemy minions and push. Now you'll have about 1.5 worth of waves left over pushing together. It's like a bigger clump of minions pushing the lane. And because there's more of them, they're obviously going to win against the next enemy minion wave. But it's going to take them an extra moment because of their lowered damage, which, you guessed it, gives your next third spawn of minions time to catch up to your double wave. Once they do, you're going to have like 2.5 worth of waves in one massive pile pushing the lane. The best part? You don't even need to be there. You just harm that first wave a little so that your original first wave will win the fight, and then you leave. At that point, you want to take a fight somewhere else to distract the enemy so they don't defend this push. Meanwhile, Your slow push will push that lane on the other end of the map and eventually make it to a tower or two. And with the new changes to siege minions, if you're managing to stack up multiple waves in one, like I'm suggesting, you'll have like 2 or 3 siege minions in this massive wave you've created, so the merry band of minions will fuck up any tower they encounter. Welcome back, slow push. I missed you. With this strategy, you can be part of every big team fight while taking the advantage tactically on the map as your minions kill the enemy towers. Beautiful. You're going to need to look out for when an enemy pulls this on you though. You're going to have to watch out for it. It's very strong. But go ahead. Try the tactic in-game once your siege minions are spawning and you'll see the results. You just have to make sure you distract the enemy by drawing their attention elsewhere while that lane is pushing. So, you can see this is something you really need to be aware of. The new tactics for pushing and defending towers are going to be very important for you to adjust to. And best of all, those who didn't pay attention and don't know about it are going to be even easier for you to beat. So take that advantage. Oh, and hey, the Prime Guardian now has even less health. It has 10,000 hit points now. That's even less than it used to. What they're doing is they're changing him to have less health so he's easier to kill. And he also spawns more often now as well. Prime can be really helpful for you to take a win. And the problem is with the recent update to Prime, they made him do a lot more damage. So they nerfed his health to make him a little bit easier to fight. But it turns out that wasn't enough. So they've done it again. So he's actually quite squishy. You know, you can really kill him. So do it, kill Prime. The buff is huge. Not to mention, why not set up a slow push in the Prime lane on blue side, then kill Prime. Then take the fight near the Prime hand-in on the other side of the map. While everyone's distracted fighting you and your team trying to stop you from handing it in, your slow push on the other end of the map that you set up earlier will be pushing that lane. And they can't leave to stop it, otherwise you hand in Prime and you take that advantage. So you force the enemy to pick a poison, as it were. Lose their towers, maybe an inhib, or let you hand in Prime and probably lose the game. So get creative. Use the new meta to suit you. Best of luck, and I hope the video was useful, guys. See you next time.